we missed a week there.
We didn't really miss it.
We didn't miss a week.
We didn't miss it, but it didn't get posted because we had some technical difficulties.
It was the ghost of the studio.
Yeah, this this new podcast for sure has had its fair share of ups and downs and lots of glitches, and I guess you can say that's just all part of the whole paranormal experience.
Made me pull my hair out.
The Matrix.
Yeah, I think it took David like an entire week
to do one.
For the first one.
And I had to do it 4 times.
Yeah, and then the
started thinking I worked for WD-40.
Is that why you ain't got no hair?
Yep, that show I pulled out. You remember I had a afro last week.
Oh yeah, now we're gonna use WD-40 to shine it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and last week, as soon as we got done, we looked up, and it just disappeared.
No, it didn't disappear. We got extra stuff now.
Yeah, see, and
Look
there's
at that.
stuff.
Whoa.
There is stuff popping up on the monitor right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
All of this stuff, yeah, and we just like jumped on the actual time frame. So we definitely have a lot of weird things that occur here. So
Not to mention
we
we're kind of
weren't
weird
able
too.
to post what we recorded because we lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna do a little rewind and kind of hit on a couple of topics that we talked about. A little bit of black magic from my mom and all the things that she's done, and her stirring the pot and causing my dad to have a stroke between trying to take photos of David when we first got together and nothing would actually show up on the actual camera. And then I think we discussed a little bit about your grandma.
The protection.
The abilities that David has received and being able to remove warts from people's hands and feet. With certain little object and little chant that he kind of says, and it definitely has worked. I was a doubter at first, and I had a seeded wart, and for those that have them, I said I would like pluck it and try to pull out the seeds. I've had my doctor try to freeze it multiple times, continuously, just kept coming back, and he did his little thing, and gone. Never had an issue, never popped back up. And then what else did we discuss last week?
Devil's Tromping Ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you brought that up about your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that they were trying to camp out there, and how they woke up and everything was outside of that circle.
That's a very known trait of that place.
Yes.
I did look that up.
Our roving paranormal reporter over there. See, I think I done found your spot now. He's the reporter for Convo Kings. Now he's going to be the roving paranormal reporter.
It says ordinary.
Yeah.
No, I am the one that runs.
He's no ordinary.
Well, I do run some of these the ghost tools. I should say.
Yeah, he's our field guy.
There you go.
He's
Daniel, the field guy.
I am Zach Bagans, and he is Aaron.
Then who the hell am I?
Nick.
The one that got kicked out.
Yeah, so watch your
Turned
shit.
your back on me, supposedly.
Yeah, so watch your shit, lady.
You know what's hilarious?
What?
My mom just texted me a few minutes ago.
What'd she say?
Well, she's just talking about some other thing, some text messages we were talking about.
It's dark, boy. Get home.
But no, we don't. Well, we don't live that. We live 35 minutes from each other. But anyways,
it was a joke.
No. But a few minutes later, you came up saying her name on here. So.
Oh yeah, that thing is.
Is she all right? You need to go home or something?
No, she's fine. She's texting me, so she's fine. But
I'm
just saying, it's funny that she texts me on the phone and her name pops up on the app, the little.
I got you, bro. Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely here.
Yeah, brother.
After hours, we actually were here earlier, and had Ali from Lifestyle After 5.
Yup.
Cool dude.
Recording.
Good networking guy.
Yeah, and normally Convo Kings would be on Sunday, but
it'll be a bonus episode.
Yeah, bonus episode. So we're staying here a little bit later to make sure that we get
our paranormal folks out.
Yeah.
Take care of them.
Yeah. So I had a thought.
Oh,
Maybe
Lord.
this is,
Take it back.
too in depth.
You take that thought back.
Dang, I think, man, you about to go back to the store.
Yep.
But it's a combination. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, we touched base about, me having a, psychology background and how, the scientific aspects of it and how it's kind of like in your mind. It's a mental thing. There's no such thing as, spirits, ghosts, and all this stuff. And then I started thinking about, I know with Norse paganism, we believe that there is manifestation. And you can manifest something if you focus and put your mind to it. And something that I had just brought up to the guys a second ago was, can you manifest something spiritually?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And what's the difference between manifesting it versus conjuring?
Probably the way in which you go about it.
I guess
What
maybe
your intent it would be.
Yeah, kind of like your belief in said item.
So do you think that if you're, because I know with manifestation it's
Excuse me.
typically you're focused, you're focused and it is kind of putting it out there that, I want to see, I'm just shooting out something like when I'm driving down the road, I'm going to see, specifically 2 women walking.
Oh,
around.
yeah, I mean, you talked about that, the art of manifestation.
So you have something like that, and then you have the conjuring aspect, which is typically some type of ritual of some sort. It involves some type of like chanting and things like that.
Yeah, and that's kind of funny you say that too, because so a lot of the Norse paganism practices are basically invoking your ancestors.
Right.
So that would be ghosts, I guess, in modern terms.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess it would be like manifesting a ghost.
So if you focus hard enough, you could basically bring in any dark spirit, light spirit.
Yeah, that's what people like. Crowley, Aleister Crowley. He was trying. He would try to conjure like Satan.
And does it make a difference
you
on
believe in
control?
Huh?
Whether it's manifesting or conjuring up an actual spirit, do you have any control over them? Is a manifestation something that is like a short
I don't think you have control over them. You've summoned them, but they keep the control of their,
And I feel like when you manifest something, it's like a short-term thing. Maybe that's just me.
Well,
but
I've been watching this show called The Dead Files.
Yeah, I know that one.
And it's actually a pretty legit show.
Is that the Osborne? No.
The Dead Files is like where there's this psychic. Her name, I think, is Amy, and her husband's a cameraman. They go into a house that they've been asked to, or the place that they've been asked to investigate. She's a psychic, so she can see and feel and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
They have a partner. He used to be a detective for he's a really big detective. He can dig into about anything. He used to be like a skeptic kind of thing. He comes in and interviews the family separately from her. They come in. He comes in like the morning. She comes in the night, and they do this like partnership thing. And so basically, while she's in the house feeling her, doing her feelings and readings, he's out and about, learning about the land, learning about the area, this and that. They don't share each other's findings until the very end. They open
I
in.
think I have seen that one.
They don't share they get together with the family at the very end
to see if everything kind of like matches.
and she starts reading, pulling off her readings, and he'll be like, funny thing is I found an envelope here of records of this guy who lived here who killed from like back in 1875.
What the fuck was that?
The hell?
We all heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay then.
Okay.
So it's like talking. But
Yeah, for a second there I was like, babe, like, are you playing music or
he
something?
saw me, and he was over there texting. He wasn't even on them.
No, I'm taking pictures of y'all and me.
That is what he's doing.
That has nothing to do with no
My phone's right here on the ground.
I'm telling you.
But like
Every time I move, he's surfing.
they always talk about manifesting on there and conjuring up stuff. They talk about it all the time.
Okay.
And there's like some houses like where she felt this huge, dark, just like aggressive energy, and like this legit like being was like trying to like hit her and this and stuff. Turns out from digging into it, like one of the family members there just had like this dark, like they just had this cloud over them, and they could conjure up whatever they were feeling, or manifest. They would conjure up like just in their thoughts, like every day, like saying like, I feel like something's here. There wasn't when they really the place wasn't haunted, but they felt like it was, and so they by conjuring it up that manifested itself in the house to them. If that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So she conjured it up. The lady would conjure it up, not meaning to. She would just conjure it up with her emotions, and it would manifest itself to the rest of the household, including the lady.
Oh, you're talking about like the oppression part of it. Like it's conjured.
It's conjured up from the lady.
And then it stages, so it's like it's conjured, and then there's
It's
oppression.
there.
Like
I got
oppression,
you.
where it's like
different
scaring
steps.
you, making you feel bad, stuff like that. And then the final step would be possession.
It's not. It's just there. It's like there's a spirit there. So then there really is a spirit there at that point, but it wasn't there to begin with, and it had nothing to do with that property.
I'm going to be very curious if whatever we just heard a second ago actually recorded.
I'll be honest with you. I ain't trying to be funny, but we were talking kind of a pretty in-depth feeling about Tupac a while ago, but that sounded like Tupac talking
It could have.
to me.
It'd be interesting to see if that made it onto the file, because I know I heard it in my headphones, and I know what I heard.
And I'm
I don't know.
I want to kind of go back.
I was sitting there. I was thinking. Actually, it made me think we were at home because I can hear people talking at home, and then I had to sit here and think for a second. I was like, "Wait a minute, we're not.
We're the only ones in this building right now, too."
And
you definitely are
since
going
we
to
did
have
the wall
to listen
thing.
back.
I don't hear as much as I used to.
No, but we're still the only ones here this late at night anyway.
Yep.
Nobody else is in this building.
Yep.
What was that pop noise?
What? I didn't hear.
You didn't hear that pop?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, I heard that pop.
There's a pop.
But I do want to hear back. And
It was almost like a pop, like in the middle of the night when you hear like a floor pop.
Yeah.
Like somebody walk. I just heard that.
Records because I want to hear what the person actually said.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I know them lights just changed colors too.
Yeah.
She's
got it set on.
Oh, she switched it up on us with the last
Now, see,
hour.
now you-
Last hour it was doing that.
I
Now
didn't
you're gonna be
realize that. I
paranoid.
thought it
Yeah.
actually.
We're gonna manifest something.
I had it on there as a solid color. I didn't realize that it was actually shifting colors.
You're gonna have us conjuring up something here in a minute.
Apparently so. I mean, there again, it ain't gonna surprise me.
Not gonna lie, it's starting to feel colder in here, and I'm not even saying that just to say that, but it does feel colder.
Well,
in
every
here.
time we do this, my fingers get cold.
Every time we do this, I get an uneasy feeling, and I feel like something's breathing on my neck.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe we should
There's
stop.
definitely like stuff in
Y'all wanna
the
quit?
area. There's like a cold little breeze that kind of like
I feel it. I didn't feel it.
just barely brushes like just the tips of my hairs
Yeah.
on my arms.
Like we've been sitting here for over 2 hours now, and I did not feel any of this until like we start talking about this.
Now,
shit.
if you want to take the scientific approach to that situation, and y'all know I'm not a skeptic. I am a believer, but if you take the scientific
I
aspect
was.
of it, we had 2 more bodies in here a while ago.
Yeah, true.
So, and he had cameras on and stuff like
More
that.
equipment
So,
on,
I mean, the heat could be coming from that.
But I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that breeze that whole time.
I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying if you look at scientific, people would debunk that because you had this in there.
But at the same time, I was like, how much heat is that really putting out?
No, I don't want to enough like that. But
I was a huge skeptic
just
at
trying
first.
to put it out there.
I was a huge skeptic who became a believer over some things that I saw that I could not explain. I tried to explain it. I could not explain
I
it.
tell you what, when we was on that piece of equipment one day, I ain't gonna lie. Like there
already
was
know where
one
you're
day, me and Daniel were on this piece of equipment, and there was a long stretch of road that we had to deal with, and then at first it was kind of like me and Daniel, like me and Daniel always do. We were always,
We're poking around each other.
poking fun at one another or whatnot. But then we had stopped, and we were just kind of hanging out because it was a nice day. I mean,
It was beautiful. We pretty much caught up to our list for the day.
We were done. We were honestly done. So we were just kind of like, hanging out, out in the, wild and just enjoying the breeze or whatnot. But me and him both heard at the same time something started running.
Yeah.
Like running in the woods?
Running towards us.
No, towards us with it. It wasn't, and it couldn't have been, it wouldn't have been out of your sight. I mean, it would have been from like here to them stairs over there.
Yeah, you could hear.
And you could hear, and it wasn't like it was like full sprint. See,
Yeah,
it was full sprint.
Yep.
It was over there, not far from where that devil church was. Mm-hmm. Right there in that corner.
Yeah.
You could hear full sprint, like
It was.
bam.
It was like.
And it wasn't like a human, like it was fast.
Yeah, it was fast.
I mean, it was like Olympic runner fast.
But it wasn't like, because it was in fall.
And then it got really dark.
It was fall, so we could see the whole woods. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like it was camouflaged.
Maybe November-ish.
Yeah.
There was not a leaf on those trees.
Mm-mm.
Well, I know we also talked about, I think, when did they do Rosedale? Is it in October?
The what?
Is it
Yeah,
Rosedale?
it's in, around Halloween.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go do that again, actually.
I feel like every year you do it, you probably catch something you didn't get before.
Yeah.
But I think now we have some more like apps and cameras and stuff like that we could take.
And just being able to have like a couple of the mics out there.
Yeah, we could take that. I could take that wireless mic.
Yeah. 'Cause
I mean, it was so
see.
powerful on that other podcast. I had to take the track off.
Yeah.
So-
I'm like, that would be interesting. It probably like,
We could actually just leave that mic. When they let you
yeah.
roam in there, we take it in one of those dark areas and just kind of leave it. And because it'll hook to my phone.
yeah, because I'll definitely make sure that I have my other camera too. Because I know we had the voice box as well. We had a voice box going.
Yeah,
And then
Daniel.
we had the other
Daniel, what happened to that voice box? Do you still have that?
Spirit box?
Yeah.
Down in the car right now.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
he's got a that.
So as the temperature
It's an SB7.
decreases, we get out of mosquito season.
Yeah, yeah. Once we get out of mosquito season, and to be honest
got
with
something
you,
for
I
that.
think. Well, I actually think that if you're doing any kind of spirit stuff, it's a little bit better when it's colder
Yeah.
because they can draw that energy out of that.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie, though. I got this new stick that I bought.
You got a stick.
Yeah, it's like this big. And I
Even
didn't
sticks are-
I didn't think it would work. It says it's a mosquito repellent for, it says 20 feet.
It ain't necessarily like
No.
you could put that on.
But I put it on I was getting ate up the other night working on that four-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on right there in the middle of the seat where I was working. Mm-hmm. I didn't see a single one
That's pretty cool.
in that area that I was working in the rest of that night.
They will tear me up.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I looked down. I live by a creek, so I looked down at my ankle, and you could see them like swarming around my ankle. When I turned that thing on, you get about 5 minutes. I didn't see them again the rest of the
That's
night.
creepy in itself.
Yeah. Just saying. Well, they
Look down, see all
didn't
that
like all that sun drop.
No, it's just creepy for me because you see all them damn bugs eating at you.
Then they go.
They
Oh
gone.
yeah, and them damn little mosquitoes. You get that up close microscope, and you can see their little nose stick in you and suck all the dang on blood out like a dang burned tick.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. We just have to see what happens over the next little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Freaky.
I'm quite interested in seeing if we have any spiritual situations in Norway.
I think so.
If you're open to it, you will.
Well, yeah.
I think so. I think it's because
I'm going
of the
with a
fact
purpose.
that between that, us going with a purpose, this is like a pilgrimage for us.
Mm-hmm.
Just having that, like it's so funny. I was talking to my coworkers and I was like, you know what? I'm like ready to go now. I'm ready to go. It's kind of like it was had that fear of second guessing and like this is a for us a big adventure.
Yeah.
And definitely going out of our comfort zone. which I am all for, a new experience and things like that.
Yeah.
And, trying to, conquer my fears and stuff. But now that, tickets are purchased, hotels booked, and we have this date locked and set in, now I'm like super excited to go. And there are certain things that I want to be able to see and experience, but I definitely feel like being there is going to be something for us to really connect spiritually to the gods. And I'm kind of being completely open to whatever happens.
Yeah.
There are some things that, I deal with, I call myself an introvert, and it's difficult for me to like have conversations with people, even though like I've been in the sales industry for a while. I know with Freya, she does a lot of, what is it called? Babe?
I'm listening.
What is it called? Help me out of here.
Freya does a lot of things, though. She does love. She does
The spells.
Oh, you're talking about magic.
Yeah.
She's the goddess that introduced
Yes.
magic to the Aesir gods.
So I'm open to stuff like that, and I'm kind of curious of whether or not I'm going to make a connection with the other lady. How do you pronounce her name? The one that's on YouTube.
Freya.
Okay, because it's spelled a little differently though.
It's still Freya. Though.
It's still Freya. Okay. So I'm kind of wondering if when I land, if we're gonna have that connection to where she kind of
knows that you're in Norway.
Yeah, knows that I'm there and is going, and then we're gonna run into each other
Maybe.
somewhere. So I would definitely like to meet her.
Is that you, dude?
No.
It literally sounded like somebody was breathing hard into the actual
Is that
mic.
mic on?
Well, all of them are
Yeah,
on.
they're all on.
It sounded like...
That was weird.
It sounded like...
Because my breathing, like I sit here and like huff and huff. That wasn't no huff. That wasn't no huff.
If that was Daniel messing with me, I'm going to headlock his ass.
Oh no, I ain't messing with your ass.
But
Take
yeah,
this seriously.
I'm definitely curious about that. And like even for me, David would say that I was like a light. Sometime, and when you are a bright light, you attract things, and majority of the time, it's not always something good. And there were times I felt like it was for like a few years, where things were just kind of like flooding in. Oh, there's all kinds of sounds going on that I can hear.
It's weird.
That's why I was like,
it's throwing me off. But anyway,
I wouldn't run this to the compressor, by the way.
the
Compressor?
You know how you run through that other stuff that takes out a lot of the noises and stuff out on the other podcast?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't run this one through that. I'd leave it organic.
Yeah, I'd be curious to hear back
Yeah.
everything if it actually saves
Well, we'll
those
see.
parts, or if we're just going to be
Well, right now...
the crazy people that just heard it and there's no evidence and proof of it. But yeah, I feel like there were...
That was Daniel.
Now, when you can tell when I breathe.
Yeah, there were definitely moments of different experiences, and I feel like it grew and changed over time, and then it just came to like a halt and just completely just stopped.
Yeah.
Almost like there was something that was either blocking it. I don't know if I was subconsciously blocking it or if it was purposely blocked by something.
Maybe.
So I'm kind of curious about if that's going to open that back up. What am I gaining coming back? How is that going to affect me? And is it going to am I going to be a little bit more outspoken
it's possible.
and not hold back so much? And, because I think for sure I know that that's something that I do.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I may come back a completely changed person. So.
Midlife crisis. No, I'm just messing.
No, I ain't there yet. Not there yet. I don't think I'll ever get there.
No.
I'm too much of a child to ever get there.
Yeah. You got to mature first. Yeah. I don't know.
Did you just... You saw that too, right?
I see stuff all the time, though, damn.
No, but I did too. I saw something dark.
Yeah.
Like
I saw like a shadow.
Yeah, that's kind of what I glanced over at the same time you did. And I'm not making this up, guys. Like,
Is it a full moon?
No, but we do have a storm coming.
we do have a very big storm. Storm. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm interested to see how your experiences will be when you I'm interested in hearing those experiences about what you're going to go through when you're there.
Mm-hmm.
There again, I'd say there's a spot, and I still feel that way.
There's a spot.
Yeah, it's either.
Are you talking about like a certain area?
There's a certain area.
That's funny because there's me and you haven't talked about this, right?
About what?
A certain spot.
I've mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
I've mentioned it to you that there's a certain spot, but as we get a little bit closer, I feel like it's narrowing itself down to.
Well, don't describe it. Let me tell you what I've seen.
Okay.
All right, so let's do this experiment right quick. It's rocky. No.
I guess you could say that.
Okay. No. It's a no. Just if it's no, just tell me no.
Be very open and honest about it.
It's
Because my spot, I feel that I've seen over and over again, is very detailed because there's rocks there, and there's a small puddle of water.
no.
See, me and her have yeah, that's crazy.
No.
And it's kind of like a cliff.
It is. It is.
Well, see, I may be at the narrowing point before you.
So
that may be a difference there.
I can't, the pictures are hard to do.
I could almost draw mine.
Well,
Maybe I need to tell AI to draw it for me.
I've seen images of you've shown me pictures of this particular location.
Oh, really?
But the pictures are hard to tell how much area, how wide the area is, because in my mind, it's a pretty open, grassy area off of an actual cliff. Overseeing. And it's right now, it's narrowed down to 2 areas.
Okay.
So, as we get a little bit closer, we'll see if I can actually pinpoint.
I'd like to see if we get closer. I want to see if yours kind of start lining up with mine. I don't know, but my AC is a little bit different than yours too. So,
I mean, it's in a sense for me, I feel like it kind of it sucks a little bit. I guess because I feel like I don't necessarily have full control over it. In the
what?
fact, the
your visual,
yeah, my visions, my
so
being able to communicate with stuff, being able to jump planes, I guess, what's the best way to
spiritual plane.
Yeah. Being able to be at home in my body, but mentally there.
That's
at a location.
That's vulva. The seer. CRS. A seer is a male form. shaman.
Which is funny that I was dressed up
Yep.
for the Renaissance Festival during Celtic Week as a seer.
Yep.
Huh.
Serious. We got to start being a little bit better about that, 'cause the Norse pagan community will call you out quickly.
Well, like
I mean,
said,
I'm talking about me. I'm trying to teach
yeah,
you. So
exactly.
I'm not.
'Cause
I'm not
I
putting
blame
it.
you.
I'm not. I'm not putting it on you.
If I am not educated, it's David's fault.
Well, you see me. I'm live and in person and coming in hot,
Yeah, and I do.
trying to teach you.
I'm terrible about like reading. Like I hate to read. I have never been. I mean, like I
It's called audiobooks.
my day on like. I know, but
Do I just need to do like a separate podcast for you? So like at my mic at home, I just sit there and tell you, dude, this is Joy's podcast.
That's what my problem is.
If you don't listen to this,
find the
Take it back.
right audio book so I can actually listen to that, because I do enjoy listening back to our actual podcast
I
on
think,
my way to work,
yeah.
and during lunch,
Get
and
you
on
a
my way
Kindle.
home.
well, see, if you get a book, then you won't be listening to us no more.
A Kindle.
Yeah, but it's about
I'm joking.
the religion that
Yeah.
we're currently practicing.
I would
So-
definitely download the Poetic Edda.
Okay.
So that's kind of like some of the saga. So, and it may actually, the Poetic Edda may help you, because all the stuff, the religical stuff, is written in the form of poems. So there's a lot of rhyming words, and it ain't quite like the Christian Bible, but nah, I know y'all heard that.
Yeah.
Right? I knew that. I see. I wasn't seeing shit that time. There was a real person that walked by. I hope.
Well,
Should I poke my head out?
No,
yes, we'll find
that's
out.
a very white thing to do. Poke your head out, dumbass.
And dig it in your ass.
Well, normally if I had a window to look out, I'd be seeing what giggles in there.
Well, we don't want windows. We don't want people in our business.
I know.
Why we digging in our ass?
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah.
By
So
the way, our next full
maybe
moon's on the 19th.
I think what you should do is like the Proud's Edda, the Poetic Edda, and probably even the Havamal, Odin's Word, Odin's Bible. Yeah, there's a lot of smart stuff in there that you could carry to work.
Yeah, because I know I downloaded
I think that's
something
what you know. What
specifically about
that's what I'm gonna do.
Freya and all of like the different.
Yeah. She has her own area too.
Yeah,
Yep, she
But
gets to pick
that's-
out warriors.
literally something
Wow.
for me to print out, but I'd rather have something. That might be the better thing. So
So so you've pretty much chose Freya.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Hmm.
Yep.
With a little bit of Loki, because I have seen you in there with Loki before, like
yeah.
working
So
with
let
Loki.
me. David comes in there because we have our altar in my craft room, and I will definitely, when it gets cluttered, I do get those urges like, okay, this is where your altar is too. This is also, my happy place for me to, create, and things like that. And I'm like, man, I can't be leaving it like that, all clustered or whatever.
Yeah.
But he comes in there because I guess we were talking about how tired I've been, and I've got a lot of medical issues and stuff, and I don't want that to be something that changes me and cripples me from being and doing, and just living life in general. But he brought up a good topic and said that, I don't know, you were reading something that said that normally if you feel like you're tired, no matter if you've had like a bunch of rest or whatever, and you just can't figure it out, a lot of times it has something to do with Loki.
Yeah, Loki wants something. He's wanting something from you.
Yeah, he wants something from you. Normally it's like energy. Like basically he has sucked out all my energy from me, so I have to basically go and replenish. And a lot of times, with some type of like energy drink or offering. And I went in there and I had I had a leftover Celsius energy drink poured in the bowl, and I was like, okay. And, basically I woke up and just felt like I just had I had plenty of energy, didn't have any issues or anything like that. Getting up that morning, I even got up even earlier than I normally do. And you caught me the second time around basically talking junk a little bit, like, you better drink this too, don't be dang wasting this stuff. Because I pour you a drink and I'm sipping this, and I'm like, and I know it should probably be fresher, but I'm sorry, this is all I got.
I can hear David say that word for word too. It's funny as hell.
Like, woman, what the hell is wrong with you talking shit to the damn gods?
Especially Loki.
But it's
Not a good idea.
It's crazy,
The god of chaos.
God.
Let's talk junk to this guy.
Oh Lord, he can go berserk.
But the thing is, though, it's how I feel afterwards of doing something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more perky. I am more just awake, more vibrant. I'm more energetic. I'm more playful. Whenever I do stuff like that, I'm like, sometimes I sit there, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have picked Freya. Maybe I need a Loki in my butt.
You don't have to have one.
Yeah, I know.
We have a polytheistic, where you can have more than one god.
But it is quite funny how
One god's a Christian concept.
Going through also, from Buddhism to Christianity to now this of the difference that you see and what happens when it's a very different spiritual.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the word. It's just different. It's just different, and I feel like it's because I feel like for me, I haven't dug as deep as you have, but from what I've kind of learned just over maybe 3 to 6 months, I want to say, it's an immediate response. There's, anytime that I, am feeding the stray cats or something for Freya, or anytime that I have a question about something that I'm asking one of the gods, I get an immediate answer to everything. And whether it's through a response through some type of nature, of a butterfly or the crows, or how I personally feel, to me, I like the fact that I can pretty much get an immediate response.
Yeah.
In comparison to the other religions that have been practiced.
That's kind of crazy too, because earlier today I was working on some artwork for Odin, and I had Odin kind of standing on the outside of the woods a little bit, and I put a whole flock of ravens near him. Daniel, if you don't stop doing whatever it is that you're doing over there,
I'm not doing anything.
You're clicking or something.
No.
Come back off that mic a little bit. But I can hear him almost his breath popping. But and he's not meaning to do it.
I don't think I'm doing anything.
You are. I can hear your the back of your phlegm. The phlegm that's in the
I've
back.
been sitting here, just sitting here,
Yeah, you're not. I'm saying you're not meaning to do it, but you're so close and that mic's so good that I can hear the back of his phlegm.
Are you sure?
You sure is what that is?
I hope so. Anyway.
Get a little bit of that.
So yeah. But and we were standing outside, and I'm not playing. And you can add, when Mr. Smooth comes back Sunday on the Convo Kings, ask him, because he walked all the way over there just to tell me. He was like, "Your God's here, David."
Huh?
Yeah, because about 12 or 13 crows piled up in the tree right above me. So you're talking about immediate, I think, in my personal opinion, he was showing me appreciation for the art that I was doing. And that was really like, it was a good feeling. It was a good feeling because I was sitting there and I wasn't really paying attention to it until like Jeff brought it up to me.
And that's the thing, is that you can do stuff like that to show them, and you get some, like, there's something you get back in return.
Most of the time for you, like, because Odin really don't care about you. Like, he'll show up, Odin will show up, but then I may go 6-8 months before I have any sign from him. You know, and that's just that's how he is. You know, he's just like, you know.
Yeah, that's like the other.
Not that it's not like they don't care about you, but it's like, I don't care.
Like a few months ago,
Excuse me.
I had a patient come in. I don't recall like ever seeing her. Like, I'm not even sure if she was an actual patient of ours, but she did come in and she needed an adjustment done to her glasses.
Yeah.
And immediately when I saw her, I just had like this connection. And we have name tags and things like that, but the way that I was sitting, in comparison to the angle that she was at, she was actually on my side, on my actual right hand side. There's no way that she would have seen my name tag. She called me by my name.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, she called me by my name.
Oh, this is that. Yeah.
We both turned and looked at each other and said, I feel like I know you from somewhere. And I'm like, but I'm like, I don't think that, I'm like, and like I said, I don't recall her. I don't think that she was actually a patient. She was just somebody that actually just needed an adjustment done to her glasses. But she says, you've got a vibe about you. She was like, you know, you have like a good, like, your energy and your aura. And I was like, same. I said, I feel the same way about you. And I said, you've got really great energy. And the crazy thing is, she was this really tall, red-headed woman. Which most of the pictures, if you look at, is Freya.
Oh,
you know,
hell.
and that was, you know, and for me,
Yeah, it kind of made me.
I felt that I was like, freaking Freya. Okay, I was like, has paid me a visit, because I'm like, this woman comes out of nowhere.
Because it wasn't it kind of like, I think like a few days before that, didn't you had like, you wanted some kind of sign?
Was that you?
No. I'm sitting here looking at that app, but
So like static, right?
yeah. I'm like freaking out of it. I'm about to like.
Yeah,
Sitting on my lap here in a minute.
A couple of
I'm
days
like,
ago,
what the hell?
yes, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I started having more conversations with her. Started trying to.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Right now, the back of my back is getting cold.
I was practicing with the actual runes, the dice.
You were doing like rune casting, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then shortly after that is when she actually came to the office.
Seems to me that she's picked you as a seeress. And you recently started having dreams again?
Yeah.
So you're being primed, young lady.
For a while. I mean, I feel like for weeks. Like, I'm a crazy dreamer, and David would tell you that. Like, my dreams will combine like the craziest stuff. Like, you could make a freaking dang on movie, because it will take multiple things. Yeah, I heard that.
That's
too.
Daniel's.
I'm on this.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing doesn't make any noise.
Yeah,
Or
does
singing.
it talks?
If you turn it on, I have it. My sounds.
Oh, okay.
Something's sitting over there with you for real though right now.
Yeah, my shoulders are cold.
It says alive.
It's probably Odin.
It did say alive, so
It is. It's probably Odin.
But
He's
yeah,
been
like,
around me a lot today.
I've definitely, I feel like it had been a while,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that long, to where I felt like I would sleep, and I'm like, out of nowhere, I told you, I was like, I'm not having it. You know what? I'm like, I'm not having any dreams anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No dreams or anything like that. And then just the past couple of days, I started having dreams again. Yeah, so
After the
that's,
trip was finalized.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, pretty much. So I definitely
Spooky.
am opening up my mind, my spirits, or whatever, everything to this trip, and
Yeah.
I just want to be able to kind of just receive anything that the gods pretty much,
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
willing to offer or bless me with, whichever,
Yeah. Yeah.
however that works.
Yeah, I got you.
Basically,
Yeah.
I'm completely open to it, but yeah, we've.
What is that noise, man?
I don't know.
It's like fucking with me.
Yeah, it's fucking with me.
Yeah,
bad.
because it's so damn random.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I backed up from the microphone for a reason. Like,
Yeah,
you can
he
tell-
did, he
you can
did.
tell by how I'm talking. Like, I backed the fuck
we don't
up.
have video going tonight, but you can tell Daniel he was normally in his normal stance, but then he's back like
Chill.
about a foot and a half from the mic now.
That's all I was trying to ask Ali while he was actually here with his camera set up. I'm like, so is this like, I wrote down the name. I'm like, you think this is like a good camera to do footage? But now, I'm like, it kind of gives me a little bit of a basis so we can actually start.
Oh yeah, because
Doing
I like
better.
how he was turning that one, the other one.
Yeah, because I know he said that
Yeah.
he normally has somebody else
Yeah,
He's going to clip it all, probably.
yeah,
so.
he'll clip it all.
adjusting all of that.
I've got that camera I need to bring.
Yeah, you do.
And I mean, like, mine does pretty good, but there again, off of my phone and having to kind of maneuver
Yeah.
everything. And I feel like most podcasts are either one at some type of table where you can kind of get everybody in it, or there's either
No,
like,
most of like now they're going to this lounge, like what we got going on right now.
is there normally like multiple people though?
Huh?
Because I feel like a lot
There's
of the
up
ones
to
that I've seen
6
has been
people
like
most
two
of the
people.
time. No.
I guess it's just have multiple
Like
cameras.
the podcast No Jumper, they could be like 6, 8 people in there at one time. It's just you got to have. Honestly, we probably need a camera in each corner.
yeah,
but,
and I guess
that's down the
all
road.
about the setup and all that stuff too.
When we
making
start
sure
getting
that you're
some,
actually getting-
huh?
all about the setup and how the
Yeah.
cameras are turning and all
Yeah.
that stuff when whoever's speaking.
Mm-hmm.
There again, we're still kind of all new to this.
Yep.
Takes time.
It takes time, but we're getting there.
There are some damn sounds.
I
know you heard that one,
I
too.
heard a woman talking.
That's what I heard.
Like kind of like muffled.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting when I play this back later.
Because the crazy thing is one, the only person that is probably here is probably not the photographer or lady. If it's anybody, is this one over here. But anytime we've done any other recording and she's been in here, you don't hear anything. You don't hear anything at
I
all.
don't know.
And especially since I've actually put the new the tiles
The
up
foam,
to
yeah.
actually help with more of the actual sound. Yeah, that's definitely a bit weird.
A little spooky.
And we're typically by ourselves during the week.
Yeah.
The weekend is normally when we see, some of the other businesses here. So this,
Or earlier in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But like, we had a door closed twice. So whoever it is wouldn't still be there because they kept me.
That's twice more than what we normally hear.
That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's like open and closed, so like they wouldn't be there still.
Well, that's interesting. We'll find out as we go along.
the door locked over there.
I ain't gonna stop whatever the hell wants to come in.
No, if whatever that is probably already in here. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah,
That's crazy.
it is. It's kind of wild, yeah.
You're gonna have to play
Because
some of this back.
I'm trying to like focus on what we're doing, but then you got all this crap going on in my ears and.
Oh yeah, especially when you got these headphones on, that it picks up a good bit of sound. But there again, the setup in here. It's the more stuff that we've kind of added, the more sound.
They'll have pictures this time because I took pictures.
Yeah, it's definitely reduced, but still.
We don't normally hear it for any other recording that we do.
No, nah, it could be all. I mean, there's a lot that goes in there. This is more of a low tone type deal, but because normally we're
When you're
cutting
dealing
up.
with the paranormal and spiritual stuff, you definitely never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
It's like a box of chocolates.
You never
Oh,
know
yeah.
what you're gonna get.
they just start coming
Life
in,
is like a box of chocolates.
flowing in, however they want.
Yep.
See if they want.
So we're looking at what, Rosedale maybe?
Which it doesn't look like they've had there since 2020.
We were there.
Two.
2022,
Sorry,
really?
two.
No, they have it. They had it. I got an email to their, last year.
Now, this is, I mean, I feel like,
There's other ones too that we could do.
I know we talk about like paranormal, spiritual stuff, whatever. Thoughts about like reaction stuff and still kind of keeping in that genre of kind of like horror or whatever.
Reaction to what?
Would you be interested in actually going through a haunted house?
You talking about like a commercial haunted house? Where they like jump at you and try to scare you?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never been.
See,
to
the
this
only
one.
issue I have with that one is the hood in me.
Yeah.
I'm liable to hit somebody.
Good.
That's
You know what? We ought to do a trip to Scarowinds.
That,
I used to work there. So.
yeah, but it's
pretty
not
good.
like it used to be.
Yeah, it was pretty good a few years ago.
A few years ago, yeah. But they're not owned by the same Cedar Point no more. They're owned by Six Flags or something like that. It might get better. I don't know.
More production
it's
value.
It's something to think about, I guess.
Because I feel like it's kind of.
I'll try to tie my hand behind my back.
Then you can just.
Don't worry,
record.
Mr. will hold it for
you. You can be the camera person.
He gonna
You
throw
know,
that motherfucker at somebody.
You'll get great reactions from
He
me.
gonna throw that damn camera
I'm
at
gonna be
somebody.
the camera person. The actors are gonna go right after the camera guy. Like you're really
He
trying
gonna
to.
drop kick
You'll
the
be
shit out of
behind
somebody.
You're trying to get somebody hurt. Yeah, well, I tell you what, I'll be the camera person, but you motherfuckers better have some bail money. Because somebody getting hurt. Especially after I tell them to leave me alone.
Well, I was curious because the guy that bought
You know
a good
what?
bit of our actual haunt stuff.
I understand that, right? I kind of get it. But,
That's me.
I don't know how I feel about that. After I watched The House That Halloween Makes.
That one right there was a bit creepy.
Well, the thing is those that spells horror movie to me. The guy comes up and he buys your Halloween stuff and he's like, "Yeah, come down to this place down there in the middle of nowhere." Yeah, then I got to get violent. I ain't gonna be like it ain't gonna be the found footage. I promise you. We gonna come out of there, all of us, but there gonna be some people hurting.
Well, like I said, just
Yeah.
a thought.
It is
for
a
us
thought.
doing,
I will
like,
definitely.
an interview and maybe not going through the.
You know
whole
what's
thing.
crazy is I'd rather deal with real ghosts. That is the
Than jump
weird.
scares.
Well, I just don't trust people.
I will say years ago,
Ghost, I know what a ghost wants to do. It wants to scare the shit out of me, and it wants to play with Daniel's butt.
No, I don't dig my ass.
No, it wants to dig in your ass for you.
I don't
said
know
do
that
not enter.
photo. That photo that I caught earlier.
That's digging in the front.
Mm-mm.
But there's this place up in the mountains. We
Okay. Yeah, here we go.
used to go get a Christmas trees from.
Oh, that's nice.
I think
like that.
they might do this thing for pumpkins in the fall too. I can't remember. I know for a fact they did Christmas trees. You cut down yourself and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But they had this. They offered hay rides, but they did this. They would stop at one point at this one spot on the property, and there was a ghost story they used to do about it. It'd be interesting if I could find that and
Yeah.
find out what that is.
That'd be nice.
Also, be interesting because I used to go all the time.
So you like Christmas trees?
Love them.
You love them? Okay.
At one point, I had said I wanted to move to the mountains and own a Christmas tree for them. So years ago, but we should also try to build one one day.
I have heard it's haunted.
It's very haunted. All of Asheville, really.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
$90.
Very
It's $90.
damn, just to walk around the house.
It's not that. It's the whole
I
8,000
can-
acre
You know
property.
what though? I can get y'all haunted house for free. We can find some haunted houses.
That's
and
fine.
Save the $90.
I think it's time to start up a paranormal thing,
Well, yeah.
like a real group,
Oh yeah. Well,
kind of like another Charlotte organization right here that
if
gets on
anybody
my
wants
nerves.
to donate, somebody wants to donate stuff to that, that's fine. But
I got an SB7. I'll donate.
I understand that. I'm just saying, there's you're gonna need more than that.
I know. That's
You're
what
gonna
we're
need
talking
some
about.
really good cameras and
Some FLIR cameras.
yeah, you need FLIR. You need.
You know what? I thought about buying that cat phone that's got the FLIR cameras built
You know
into
what,
it.
Daniel? I've been told now it would be up to you to figure this out because you actually have a family member. But they said on a ghost, like a ghost, I don't know what you call it, like a paranormal group, like website thing,
Yeah.
Discord, whatever, talking about FLIRs. They said if you have family members that are in the fire department actually throws some of those away. Those FLIRs,
Which ones?
all of them.
You know, it's funny you should say that, though, because my brother-in-law works for the fire department.
That's why I said.
But my, what the fuck was that?
Mm-hmm.
That wire moving. But anyway, my girl, her dad's captain for another fire department locally as well. So
Yeah, so like those things have to be like certified.
yeah,
So once they're
expire.
certified, they're expired. The fire department can't use them to detect heat, but they do. If you ask,
So what do I
them,
ask them that I need?
a FLIR camera.
So but there's like for instance, I have cameras at the house,
You tell them that
security
you're
cameras that are FLIR.
Well, no,
So-
I'm saying they're FLIR. They'll know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
They're thermal cameras is what you're after.
let me text a reminder to myself.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Somebody, like even Zach said that if you have a hookup in the firehouse, they get rid of them. They just throw them away.
So they tore down your grandma's property, right?
Yeah.
Did they build anything there yet?
Yeah. Yep.
Where would that be?
Marshfield.
Is it like a commercial building or?
Yeah. Like,
No, you can't go there. It's private owned.
Yeah, but what if we're in the woods?
Or if you ask for permission.
Well, you have to cut through somebody's yard to get to the woods. I don't know if you want to cut across people's yard in Marshall. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
What if you like?
No, because I could have swore that the woods ended up right there at Food Lion. So if we entered through the actual Food
If you
Lion,
give me an address in a little while, because don't tell me on here, but you give me an address in a little while, I'll look up the GIS.
I know who owns it.
I just kind of want to see this. I want to see the scope of the land myself.
Okay.
Since
I'll give you. I'll give it off the air.
I've heard a lot of talk about.
Yeah.
So
I'll give it to you.
I want to do some digging.
Do it.
definitely find some locations for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, there's plenty.
There,
what I was
there,
like.
there are plenty of them. Yeah, there's plenty of spots.
North
that-
Carolina's an easy place to find them, man.
They got little. I mean, you can go on any like you can go on Google and just start typing it up.
But you can start talking to locals of any town too, and they'll tell you exactly where to go.
Mm-hmm.
The mountains are a great place to start, though.
Yeah, the mountains that's a bit much though. That's dangerous.
They can get dangerous quick.
I'd rather have some kind of the mountains. I don't know.
I've always wanted to explore the ghost story of the blowing rock, though.
Yeah, I could probably do that in the daytime. I've already done it once.
'Cause I've been there before, yeah, a couple of years ago.
Do y'all know the story behind it?
Yeah, the Native American was they were with a white folk.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to be everybody didn't want them together.
Mm-hmm.
Something about them falling off the rock,
Mm-hmm.
and to this day that strong breeze is still there, and there's a few other. I know it.
You know the story.
Yeah, I mean that's a. I
So
can't
like
tell
lovers?
exactly.
Yeah, kind of like a Romeo.
It's kind
Juliet.
of a that's a touch. That's a very very
My
very very.
grandmother. So they were lovers, right? You ever seen the movie Pocahontas? Yeah, it's kind of like that. When she was in love with a white guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Stuff like that. And then I guess somebody died or something. And then she died. And I think when you go up there, especially if you're a white man,
How it is.
the wind will, they say the wind will keep you from blowing over.
How do you prove that?
Jump off and see what happens. I ain't doing it.
So there's two
How do you prove that?
There's two different local legends for that place.
Yeah.
One being about the two lovers, and it says, according to legend, two lovers from different Native American tribes were walking near the Blowing Rock when one was called the battle. When his lover begged him to stay, he jumped off the rock into the gorge. His lover prayed to the Great Spirit for his return, and the gust of wind blew him back up to safety from the rock. This is an example of a lover's leap legend, and a bronze version of the story is said to be preserved near the rock. But then there's also one about a Chickasaw chief, and it says another legend tells it the story of a Chickasaw chief who was afraid of a white man's admiration for his daughter. To protect her, he took her to the Blowing Rock and left her in the care of a squaw mother. One day, a gust of wind blew her lover back to her on the rock, and from then on, the valley below would constantly blow winds up onto the rock.
That's the one that I'm...
Yeah, some say this explains the mysterious winds that sometimes cause snow to fall upside down.
Yeah.
Now that would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
It's private property, but it's like a $15 ticket to go there.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to Blowing Rock.
That's a town, but the actual attraction is called the Blowing Rock.
The Blowing Rock.
The Blowing Rock, and it's...
I tell you another
it's
place
nice.
too. It's a 40-acre rock in South Carolina.
Also, on that same trip that you could hit literally 20 minutes away on the Blue Ridge Parkway, actually there's several little spots to there, but there's another one, the Moses Cone Mansion State Park. So, I mean, it's accessible to anybody at any time.
Yep.
So...
Yeah, there's all little trips right there, little day trips.
And that's that's a 2-hour trip there. So
Yeah, that's little day trips.
Maybe when we get back. When we get back from Norway.
Yeah.
Start planning.
Well,
for
we
all
got to
that.
do Vikings Con first,
Yeah.
and then after that, during the winter months, I'd like to go and explore that little town, that abandoned one that they filmed the Hunger Games in.
where is this at?
North Carolina. The houses and stuff are still there.
You wanted to go to Salem too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Old Salem. You don't want to go to
No,
Old Salem.
I want to go to Salem. Yeah, like Salem.
The North Carolina, the Old Salem, right? They call it Old Salem.
No, I want to go where the witch trials were.
Where the hell is that? I mean,
Salem, Massachusetts.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's my cat's name.
I don't know. Wonder if we could plan that around the Vikings. No, because the Vikings Con's 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What do you know where in Maryland that is?
The Vikings Con? That's
No, I think it's like La Parda or something
La
like that.
Parda, something like that. Anyway,
Porta.
we can talk
something
about
like
that. Let's, y'all about ready to skedaddle?
Yeah, we've definitely had enough stuff happen already.
Yeah, we had some stuff y'all
for
might
the
hear.
night, so I'd be quite curious.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little clearer.
When you go through, hopefully we don't lose this footage.
Yeah.
We'll find out in a few minutes.
Knock on wood. So far right now, everything looks pretty good. So we will continue next week on Wednesday.
On Beyond the Veil.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Peace, love.